Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tanya, also known as SG from Let the Lady Speak podcast, where we have healthy discussions about life, love, dating, and relationships while promoting self-love and healing. Tonight, I want to talk about the toxic family dynamic. I'm going to use the narcissist family as an example because there are names already to the characters in the family. This was motivated by Zach's family, who came out after the cheating scandal and, wanted to protect him, which as family you should. But when Kay was having her emotional breakdowns and things like that, they spoke against Kay. But when Zach had his scandal, they decided to say that, people needed to protect him and be understanding and offer him compassion and grace, which I feel like we should do that for all people, right? So I just want to talk about it. This is if you are dating the narcissist family, so you can kind of recognize what the behaviors are like, and we're going to go from there. But first and foremost, welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you, family. If you're just passing by, thank you for stopping by. And if you like the content, please feel free to subscribe. Okay, first, let's talk about narcissism in general. You have to understand if they truly have narcissism, if they've been diagnosed, because there's the behavior and then there's actually the diagnosis, right? These people lack sympathy, empathy, understanding, compassion, okay? That is missing. Also, they are extremely manipulative because, as I said before, I think in my Zach and Bob video, this is a defense mechanism. This is to protect them insecure selves from being hurt or harmed, right? So you have to understand that in the narcissist family, you may have a parent that's a narcissist, and then you may have the child that's the narcissist. And we'll get a little bit more into that, but there could be more than one. And usually there's one narcissist that's the ringleader. So that's usually one of the parents if you're dating one of their children, just FYI. You have to understand that there's an image that must be upheld. Okay, on top of the lack of empathy and compassion, there is a image of grandiosity. There is an image of success, happiness, and perfection. And either you're going to be a part of that image, or you're going to be the scapegoat, and you're going to be the supply, in the sense that we are going to basically bully you, okay, or abuse you to gain energy from you to help make us feel better than who and what we really are. Okay, that's kind of how that goes. So if you come in and you are successful and powerful and attractive, you're automatically like, okay, this person can aid in the image of our family, just as long as you don't try to take any one of the family members away. Okay, so if you come in and you try to take one of the children, i.e. the narcissist you may be dating or the scapegoat you may be dating, if you try to separate them, then you become a target. Also, if you are not meeting their image requirements, meaning maybe you didn't go to an Ivy League school, or maybe they don't view you as attractive or as valuable, then you become the target. And so because you are the target, they gain their energy from you by they now seem like they're better than you, and you are someone to be bullied and targeted and drained, right? So they get to focus all of their games and manipulation on you. They also may do separation, like if you have children with a family member, they may isolate you or make your child feel like less. Like there's so many crazy games. This family functions off of chaos, confusion, manipulation, bullying, gaslighting, and the whole gamut. So I think that needs to be understood. Like really learn about these kind of behaviors and dynamics. When you're educated, it better helps you understand and navigate yourself in that situation, right? Let's talk about who the players are. So there's the narc, You could be dating the narcissist. A lot of time the narcissist child is the golden child because the narcissist parent has molded this child to be just like them or who they want them to be. So the golden child doesn't usually have a sense of identity. They may have a sense of importance because they've been told that they're the golden child. They're so perfect. They're so beautiful. They're the best thing that ever happened. Then you have enabler, and you can have more than one enabler. Usually it's the spouse and the other siblings. They're the one that's going to tell you that mom who's being mean to you, she doesn't mean to be mean. She's very kind. You know, you may be misunderstanding what's happening, you know, using those gaslighting techniques, or they are enabling your narc. So your narc is being abusive to you, and they'll tell again, no, that's not really happening. You misunderstood. He's having a bad day. You know, he's had a really rough past. You know, the mother a lot of times will step in and help you try to understand this person and completely and totally neglect the abuse that may be happening to you or the mistreatment that may be happening to you. So you have those. You have the scapegoat. The scapegoat is usually the wild child, the black sheep, the one who will not conform. You will not conform to the structure of this family, and is messing up the perfect image that this family has, you know? And a lot of times them dating someone who isn't part of the structure may be a reason why they move to the scapegoat side, because people can move around as far as who these players are and what position they're playing. So the scapegoat is just the one who won't uphold the energy and the image that is needed, and they are usually the ones that suffer a lot of abuse and mistreatment and bullying because they're not, you know, making us look good. And they're the ones that we can get a supply from, like I said earlier, because picking on them makes me feel better about myself. We're not as bad because look at them, you know. You will hear a lot of talk about supply. That's what supply is. Either however you affirm the narcissist, you affirm them. And in this case, it's the family structure, right? Just to talk a little bit about the family, they may come off really nice, caring, and compassionate at first. You may get one person who really assigns themselves to you as the person you can confide in. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. That's the person that's going back feeding all the information and keeping all of the abuse cycle going, you know. So just be careful who you trust in the narcissist family. I say trust no one. So don't trust anyone and don't share any information. And as it comes down to, I think, like, if you look at how Kay and Zach's relationship was, whenever something happened between them, the whole family was involved. You got to meet with the brothers, you got to talk with the brothers, you have to the parents are coming out, you know. It's like, that's an almost 30-year-old man with a career. How is it that he can't manage his relationship with his wife? How is he ready to be married? There's one thing to have a family support system. It's another thing that every little issue that is had, the entire family is involved. That is indicative of a toxic and or narcissistic family. So just be very careful about who you share your information with, who you share yourself with as far as your vulnerabilities. You know, like I said, they'll come off really nice and really sweet and loving and supportive at first, but their intentions are not good. Their intentions are not to really be a person that you can count on and that cares for you and loves you. You have to understand that a narcissist's view and understanding of love is completely different, because remember, they lack empathy, compassion, and understanding, okay, which are all loving traits, right? So like I said, don't trust anyone and don't give anyone too much of your business. Don't share too much of your issues. Don't share your weaknesses. So what are some ways you can protect yourself? Number one, don't ignore any red flags. If you see any red flags, take heed to those red flags and remove yourself, okay? Don't make any excuses. Don't feel bad. You see the red flags because you understand this dynamic, and I want you to just remove yourself. No contact is the best, okay? But sometimes, because narcissists are usually very charismatic and loving and understanding at first, you usually can get roped in, and if you get married or if you have children, it's not that easy to walk away. So this is what I suggest. Find a way to have a very, very strong relationship with your higher power. And if you are single right now, really hone in on that relationship with your higher power. Whatever you believe, whatever your spiritual or religious beliefs are, really have a solid, healthy foundation there. Number 2, get to know who you are as a person and learn to love yourself and heal from all your past traumas. Know who you are, because they're going to try to distort your reality, especially of who you are. So you have to be strong in yourself in order not to be, easily convinced that there's something wrong with you, or that you're imperfect, or that you're the problem. Okay? Get yourself a solid set of friends, especially if you're single now. Get yourself a solid set of friends. People outside of this family, outside of this your mate, because they're going to try to isolate you. So you need a solid group of people that you can call on, that will hold you accountable, that will hold you responsible, that will listen, that truly loves you, truly understands you, and truly has your back. You need those people in your life. So start honing in on those kind of relationships. And when you're in a healthy place, you can have a healthy relationship with those kind of people. So really get yourself an anchor. Have some people you really truly trust that's separate from them. Don't let them suck you into this tornado, okay? Because it's like a tornado, and once you're in it, it's just chaos. I'm telling you, I know from experience. His family talked about him for 2 years. They waited for me to break up with my ex, and the whole 9 yards. They talked about him, how great and wonderful he was. And then I got in the thick of things, and he did. On paper, he was chef's kiss. He was perfect. And we started dating, and it was a whirlwind, and everything was great and wonderful. And then all poop hit the fan, and I was like, I don't think they really know you. Like, do they know this side of you? And when I went to them about it, they were like, oh, no. I think, again, gaslighting me. And then later, things started to get worse because I was confiding in one person, and this person was feeding the information back to him, and it was causing more chaos. But she was also giving him bad information. She was playing us against each other. Then there became a point where I went back, like, okay, you guys need to get him some help. He needs some help. Like, I'm about to go, but he needs some help. And that's when it all came out, that they all knew he had these issues. Then they started telling me stories that he's done before. And some people in the family felt like I can fix him and make it better. And then some people thought that I was entertainment. So I know from experience, get yourself a solid group of people, because my so-called friend was in on all of this mess. So get yourself a good, solid group of people. The other thing is, I'll say, learn to get you a journal and start writing down instances that happen, because again, you need to stay grounded. You need to stay grounded in your truth and in your reality. So get yourself a journal somewhere where you can keep it safe, like at work, your car, wherever you can have it for yourself. Or get yourself a voicemail that you can lock in your phone. You can do that with journal too, where you can passcode it and keep it secret. You don't want your inner thoughts to be spilled to anybody in the family, including the narc. So get yourself something that really helps you remember what is happening, and you can play it back. You can read it again, like, okay, this did happen. I'm not crazy, because they're going to try to make you think you're crazy. So that is very, very important. And again, I can't stress this enough. If you can leave, if you can separate yourself, do that. If you have children, I can't really speak a lot about children because I don't have children. I didn't have children in that relationship. But what I would say is that try to limit interaction, or have supervised interaction as much as you can, and make sure you have a relationship with your child that they can come and talk to you about anything. You need to leave that line of communication open, because they will be trying to manipulate your child as well. Okay, I hope this helps you guys. Please let me know, leave a comment below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A lot of the information I got from Psychology Today, The Insider, and a book titled The Dark Side of Psychology. So I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Please don't forget to love you for who you are. Have a great night. See you next time. Bye-bye.